What if you woke up to two moons? The moons of madness.
Do you ever consider it?
If I ever think about what we left behind?
I mean, we've been here for what, going on 8 months now? That's quite the stint, especially when home is more than a million miles away.
Absolutely.
All right, Scott, we entered the Moons of Madness on Xbox One, dude, and this game got me jumping out of my seat, man. What the heck did you think of it?
Yeah, so this is my kind of game. I like these horror games. I like the creeper walking sim, I guess you
Yeah.
could say, but this one's a little more exciting than a walking sim. This is puts you on Mars, puts you in the universe of the Cthulhu and Lovecraftian magic, and lets you kind of descend down the inevitable mix that brings. But action wise, you're kind of just starting off with a bunch of Martian chores, and that was kind of cool.
Yeah, it starts off pretty well, starts off kind of late, to be
Yeah.
honest. It kind of got me good at the very beginning. It kind of gets you right inside the game pretty quickly, which I thought was good. But it's, yeah, like you said, it's kind of just you performing chores. You're talking to a couple other people that you're working with that are on the station. So you're kind of establishing some character there, which I thought that all in all was pretty good, to be honest.
Yeah, it actually was really good. A lot of the characters quip with each other or have very distinct personalities. And I don't want to get into too much of the story because that's what the draw is here for.
Yes.
But not all of them are what they seem, and maybe not yourself, and maybe nothing is what it seems. It's just everything is a mystery in this game. Don't take what you think is happening to be the truth. And
Oh,
that's what
man.
the game is all about, trying to figure out what is going on.
Am I dreaming or is this reality right now? That's what I often ask myself while playing this game. But
Yeah.
they did a really good job on doing that, I found. They, like most of these games, they have like little bits of lore all throughout. Like if you're just looking in the environment itself, there is a lot to just see and explore. But they
Oh,
also
yeah.
have documents and computer files, and all that kind of stuff along the way as well.
Yeah, and how cool was it to find like different scrawling notes that people write and different like little scraps. They personalized the Martian base and kind of really did make it feel like it had these people living in it and it was a busy place.
Yeah, man. And honestly, I like the attention to detail I found was amazing because often a lot of the notes or documents you pick up and look at physically, I actually didn't even press right trigger to read the, typed up notes that they did. I just ended up looking at it and reading it. It felt so almost authentic, you know what I mean? They did a good job, man.
Oh, absolutely, and especially with all the different symbols and stuff that come
Oh,
up with, and the different notes. They look cool, so there's different artwork and stuff that's written into these, and it makes it just seem more authentic, like you said. That's great. A lot of the detail in this game is in kind of the moving models. So some of the things that you come across look a little bit better than the environment, but I never found that the graphics in this game were ever lackluster. They did a good job at showing everything.
alongside, dude, the attention to detail in this game, the audio just cues in beautifully, I found. It just creeps me right out alongside with just the overall atmosphere of the game.
Oh yeah, they did a good job at having the just little weird sounds around the station or just like the creepy whispers happening all the time. It really matched the scenery and the grotesque nature of what's going on. All the different like puddle scrunching sounds and
Oh,
gross
yeah.
wriggling.
The
It
light
was
form that they created is really just a nasty sounding and looking thing. It was really cool.
oh yeah.
So, Scott, on the more calm side of the gameplay, they kind of throw these puzzles at you, and I was pleasantly surprised, dude. I didn't find myself caught up on them at least never too long or never too easy. Like it was just a really good balance I found between both.
Oh yeah, well, they hide lots of passwords around, and then that's how you get into certain doors or certain computers. There's different little hidden fragments that, if you're paying attention to the game, it makes the puzzles good and it rewards you for paying attention to the game. I like that.
Yeah.
On the more harsher side of gameplay, you have a lot of these chase sequences where you're just kind of just have to get out of there. And I think it's really cool too, because sometimes you can see your heart rate when you're out with the helmet on. And you can tell when you have a high heart rate and you get to the oxygen, your guy is like struggling to put the hose together, and he's really like, yeah, just you hear the panic and the way it kind of changes the audio. It was really cool and detailed.
Yeah, I thought so too, man.
But we can't really talk about it too much more without giving away any of the story. And
Yeah.
I'm of the opinion that you should check this one out. This is worth the story. I think it's really cool. And the detail in the game and the horror elements are there. The only issue I had was pacing, but I have to give this one a 6.5. It was pretty exciting.
Okay, man, I'm actually higher than you. I had a good time with this. I thought the horror elements really kind of captivated me because a lot of horror games don't really do it, but this one did, man. So I'm gonna have to give this one a 7.5. Moons of Madness has a good mixture of puzzling, exploring, and running for your life, but sometimes doesn't always have the right pacing. With a lot to discover and read within the world, this game does a great job of creeping you out while keeping you interested.